Hey lizard people, welcome back to the channel of Thunder Likes Walks. I'm Thunder, your entertaining lizard today. I hope you're well. We're still on the Elder Scrolls Online. What means still? We are here for a long time. And we're with our glowing lizard. We entered the Shan in the last episode. Just to find out that the first area in the Shan, Circumora, is under quarantine because of some mysterious sickness. And we are trying to help to find the town councillor, her brother, that got missing, and now we're trying to talk to people. We already talked to some people here in the last episode to find out that most of them are either sick or having some sick relative.
By the three, this place smells terrible.
Okay, you look really sick. We shouldn't get too close to her, I think.
Oh, look at me. I'm a terrible mess. You really must excuse my dreadful appearance. I haven't been feeling very well lately. By the way, you haven't seen Nostrum Breva, have you? She promised to bring me more of the Malborn curative.
I don't know if you should talk to anyone. You look terrible and you just spit on the floor. I'm afraid not. We're looking for Detisum. Have you seen him?
Detisum? The town council? Such a nice young man. Why, I do recall that he came to see me yesterday. He said he had other townsfolk to check on, but that he would bring me a curative as soon as he could.
Don't know if this curative is helping so much. You don't look like it's helping you. What do you know about this Malborn curative?
The curative? Remarkable stuff. Tastes awful, but wipes the plague right out of your system. One of those delightful Malborn gave me one a few days ago. Nostrum Breva, she called herself. But I think I need another dosage.
You don't know. I don't know. You don't look like it burns it out of your system. Can I ask you something else?
I may be ill and bedraggled, but I still have my manners. What would you like to know?
When did the plague first appear in the Cirque?
Oh, I couldn't say for sure. Perhaps the alchemist Naline would know. I can tell you that I started feeling ill a few days ago after I drank the Malborn curative. She said that would happen. You have to get ill to get better, the Malborn said.
You only got ill after you drank this, possibly medicine. Tell me more about the Malborn.
Such a polite young woman, that Nostrum Breva. Claimed they were here to provide the help the tribunal refused to give. They have a curative for the plague, you know. Vile stuff. But the best medicine always tastes terrible, my mother always said.
Interesting, though, that you only got sick after you received the curative. To do what is needed. Would you stand by while your village or town burned? Then why do you do nothing while Morrowind suffers? The tribunal may be too busy to do the right thing, but we are not. The Malborn Society of like-minded dark elves who want to help the poor and protect the weak was formed to take care of the problems that are too mundane, too inconsequential, or too difficult to attract the attention of the tribunal and its agents. We have a plan for the Lotus Plague ravaging our population. We have a plan for the plague husks terrorizing our towns. We have a plan, and that's more than the great houses or the tribunal can say. But we can't accomplish our plans without your help. Join the Malborn and become part of the solution. Our volunteers are already making a difference in such diverse locations as the Cirque, the Obsidian Gorge, and the Narcissus Wilderness. We'd be happy to allow you to help us in our important work. Who are the Malborn? We're your friends and neighbors, your cousins, your sons and daughters. We're the gathering storm and the strong arm of judgment. We're cleansing wind that will soon blow across the entity of Morrowind. We are healers and wizards, warriors and caregivers. We are the Malborn and we are you. Come, make a difference. Come, join the Malborn. Our recruitment liaisons are anxious to meet you. So they say, we allow you to help us? And the storm that will blow across Morrowind and the strong arm of judgment doesn't sound like much of a healers. But we won't be too quick with our judgment about them. But what we can say already is that I have a high misliking of the tribunal, it seems.
Uncle, are you all right? You look so pale. No wonder my brother wouldn't let me come by to visit.
Don't worry about me. I'll be back on my feet in no time. But what about you? Your brother said that neither of you had taken the curative yet.
Uncle, I'm not sure about these Malborn, and their curative sounds too good to be true, but don't worry about me. Just take care of yourself.
It doesn't sound good.
I see Arona has conscripted a new soldier into her private army.
I'm trying to help find a brother, Dithisum.
Is Dithisum missing? He was by yesterday for a visit. I know he had other stops to make. He did seem concerned about the Moorborn, though. Sealing themselves in their quarantine, no longer providing the curative. It made him furious.
Is there anything we can do for you?
My niece's visit was more than enough. I feel better already. Besides, I've overcome worse ailments than a queasy stomach and a bad cough. I'll be fine.
Can I ask a few more questions?
A good conversation is like a hot bowl of guar liver soup. It soothes the aches that ail you. What did you want to ask?
When did the Moorborn arrive in town?
Well, I think it was 12 mornings ago. The day the wild Nix got into the brooding elf's trash receptacles. Nostrum Breva had the quarantine up in a matter of days. Then she started distributing the curative.
What can you tell me about the plague?
They call it the Lodos Plague. Maybe Vivek knows where it came from, but I certainly don't. I can tell you that it's going to have to try harder if it really wants to kill me. Or turn me into some kind of monster, if you can believe the stories.
Are you really Arona's uncle?
I am a blood kin of House Redorum, if that's what you're asking. More a third cousin twice removed, if you want to be specific. But I've been close to Arona and her family since she and Dithisum were children.
Okay, that's enough for me, I think. Good, so you're also pretty sick. Funny, like, she and her brother didn't take the curative, and they are pretty well. People we're talking to that did take the curative are not that well.
Ginger! No! My poor, poor Nixie. My brother and my Nix hound, both victims of this damned plague.
Okay. It's sad, of course. And this is the inn. Brooding Elf. Nice name. Seems to be also a lot of sick people here. More sick people.
You're the
than...
hero who defeated Alexandra Canal at Vivek's Antlers.
The Moorborn Manifesto. Our land is troubled. Disease, invaders, and infernal strife are only the most obvious problems facing our people. Each of these troubles strikes like a hammer blow, crushing us anew. But we have survived the hammer blows and we have been reborn. We are the Moorborn and we have banded together with an altruistic spirit and a vision for a better Moorborn to provide the aid and assistance that the tribunal is either unable or unwilling to give at this time. With powerful benefactors from the most prominent Dunmer houses and the support of nobles and commoners alike, the Moorborn strive to shelter the displaced, comfort the sick, care for the wounded, and feed the hungry. It is not only the popular thing to do, it is the right thing to do. To this end, the Moorborn have embarked on a massive recruitment campaign to fill our ranks with the able bodies we need to perform our charitable and compassionate work. Our goal is to create an army the likes of which Morrowind has never seen. An army of generosity to offset the hammer strikes that torment our land. An army, huh? To this end, we are proud to announce the opening of our first facility to aid the afflicted. The victims of the Lotus Plague need care and succor on a Moorborn shell provided. Moreover, the afflicted need not only a treatment for the plague, they need a cure. And through the work of our alchemists and nostrums, the Moorborn are prepared to provide the cure to all of the afflicted who want it. Come to our facility at Quarantine Cirque, where you and your loved ones will find the care and the help you so desperately require. And if fortune smiles upon us, you will also receive a cure for the Lotus Plague. People of Morrowind, listen to the sound of a new kind of hammer. It strikes to create instead of destroy, to rise up instead of tear down, to help instead of hinder. This is the promise and the commitment of the Moorborn. Join us and you shall be fulfilled. Seek us out and you shall find the help you need. On this, you have our word. I don't really trust any of these things they say. There are a lot of sick people here.
Do you know how much gold I've spent to get my wife here? And now the Moorborn have stopped providing their curative. I'd trade my entire estate if it meant the plague would release its hold on my wife.
We'll drink.
Sad stories. A lot of sad stories.
My wife's been helping out since she arrived. She's sick, but she still goes out of her way to lend a hand.
That's nice of her.
Grell, are you in here?
Wow, looks terrible.
I feel terrible.
What's wrong with you?
There are torch bugs in my eyes.
I'm here to help you.
The Moorborn smell like Daedra.
This looks really terrible.
Brave little scream. Do you know how to swim?
Whoa, this is like the late stadium of the thickness. I think they're pretty far already.
By the tribunal! Grell!
Whoa. This is the really late stadium of this thickness. Whoa. It is terrifying.
Poor Grell. What in Oblivion's name happened to him? Let's get out of here.
That is a really good question. This is not like something a normal sickness does to you, no? Like, normally you're not going to become a zombie.
The sicker people get, the more incoherent they become, and now it looks like the rumors are true. The Lotus Plague does turn people into monsters. I don't think we're ever gonna find my brother.
Maybe we should pay a visit to the Moorborn quarantine.
The quarantine? I guess it makes sense that Dethesen would want to go see what the Moorborn are doing in there. And I've yet to see any evidence that the curative works. Alright, if you want to go to the quarantine, I'll go with you.
Tell me what you know about the quarantine.
The Moorborn set up the quarantine around the old graveyard. In the beginning, they were letting people inside and freely distributing the curative. But they closed the front gate a few days ago and haven't responded to any of our requests.
Any ideas on how we can get in there?
Dethesen provided them with the old graveyard key when they first arrived, and I've seen Moorborn coming and going through the back gate. If we go to the back gate, I'm sure we can get one of the Moorborn to let us inside.
Let's see. This is the front gate, I guess.
Of course they will. You'll be fine.
If it doesn't work, you should know I've
Don't
always...
say it. There's a cure. There has to be.
A lot of desperate people here. Standing in front of the gates, and of course they promised everyone a cure, and now they closed up on them. Ah, that's pretty terrible.
The Morborn really care about the little people. We received more help from them than we have from the houses or the tribunal.
So
They call it the Lotus Plague, and we're here to get help for my brothers. It's taking so long, though. So many people are sick.
yeah, something is fishy about this. I don't know. Why would they seal off place that they told everyone we're going to help you, but now they sealed it off? It sounds
Look, it's just like I told you. The Malborn are using the back gate. Let's see if one of them has the key.
But why are they aggressive towards us? We didn't even say anything or did anything to them, and they're already aggressive.
Hey! What are you idiots doing? Do we
Heal
look
me.
like plague husks to you? Did you see that? They attacked us. And for no good reason. Let's find the key and see what the Malborn are hiding in there.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, really suspicious. Whoa. I think there's nothing we can do for this poor souls. There's a lot of trouble here. And a lot of undead for some reason.
Look over there. That's one of the Malborn. Look over there. Look over there. That's one of the Malborn. One of the husks must have gotten him.
The sense. This thing. You were lucky last time. How many times do I have to remind you? If you're going to work with the Plaguehusk, you need to wear the husk scent. I know. It smells terrible. But that's the point. It makes you smell just like the Plaguehusks. That's the only way to safely move among the wild creatures. Remember what happened to Kini? She refused to apply the husk scent too. Complained that it got in her hair and wouldn't come out no matter how many times she washed it. And what did her vanity get her? A Plaguehusk ate her face. Do you want that to happen to you? I certainly don't. Now, get you and Shao together and remember to apply the husk scent. I don't want to have to tell you again. Working with them. That's another
You have
suspicious.
to open those gates eventually, you swits.
Who are you?
What are they up to in there? And why won't they let me get a look at their curative? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you standing there through the haze of my indignation. Can I help you? No, wait. You can help me.
How can I help you?
I'm the town alchemist, and I want to get a sample of the Malborn curative. They refused to give me any. Proprietary formula, they said. Well, I want to figure out what's in this miracle elixir. I don't trust anything labeled proprietary.
You want me to get you the curative?
Do you always skip ahead in the story? No one has an iota of patience anymore. But yes, I need a few bottles of the curative. I'm sure you'll be able to find some inside the quarantine. Then we'll see what's in this proprietary formula.
Very well, I try to get a few bottles of the curative.
Just watch your step in there. I don't trust these Malborn or their good intentions.
Can I ask you a few questions?
As long as you promise to collect the curatives as soon as we're done, ask away.
What do you know about the Morborn?
Not much. They say they're here to help, but they certainly don't act like any charitable caregivers I ever met. I don't trust them. which is why I want to find out what's in the curative they're pushing on the populace.
Tell me about the Moorborn curative.
There's not much to tell. They claim the elixir is a cure for the Lodos plague, but I haven't seen anyone recover from the illness yet. But I could tell you more once you get me a few samples of the curative to examine.
What do you do in town?
I'm an alchemist. I took over for Arnis when he retired. I also have a bit of training as a healer. Before the Moorborn arrived, I was the one the townsfolk came to see when they got sick.
And this changed. So you also have a bit of a motive to be against the Moorborn, of course, because you're like... your business broke down, right? But on the other side, they have a sand to walk with them. So... they're expecting to get plague cast instead of curing people. For some reason. But before we get into there...
Plague husks.
Yeah, right, what do you have to say about this?
Plague husks? Here? Where did they all come from? Are these really all the people that came here looking for help?
I found a note. It mentioned something about plague husk scent.
Plague husk scent? What in the name of the three would anyone want with the plague husk scent?
The note implied it protected the Moorborn from the plague husks.
I guess if you need to get close to them, that makes a certain amount of sense. Maybe we should try to find some of that. If it means that we don't have to kill any more husks, that could be a good thing. They were people once. Maybe they can be again.
You don't recognize any of the husks?
They barely look like dark elves anymore. And it's hard to tell one plague husk from another. What could the Moorborn be doing out here? And for what purpose? And what do you suppose was in all those crates?
What crates?
When the Moorborn arrived, they brought dozens of crates and boxes with them. I thought they were supplies for making their curative. But now that we're in here, I don't know what to believe.
Same for me. I don't know if anything's cure here at all. So before we go in there, we have to end for today. It's already time. So thank you very much for watching. Maybe consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and maybe consider checking out my Instagram if you want to see stuff outside of the gaming area. And yeah, I hope you come back for the next episode. Until then, I wish you well. Take care of your health, of course. Take care of yourselves, and keep on rocking, my lizard friends. We'll see each other in the next episode. Until then, stay healthy. Bye bye.